Something about Chelsea I'm getting excited about, mate, and I never ever say it. So there you go. The caveat is though, can we keep Lavia fit? Can we keep all of our players fit? Palmer,
Enzo Fernandez don't even want to be there, mate.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. We'll, if he won't be, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that.
I do think you'll be all right. I think you've got a decent squad. I do. You've got some decent players. You've bought well, and I do think Alonso is the real deal.
Well, if he is the real...
To say you're going to win the league this season, I think it's just outrageous. Like, I really do. I think you're an idiot.
This, for me, is actually a really significant signing for Chelsea because it's completely different to what they normally do. And actually, I know people will focus on Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson and guys who are mega experienced and towards the end of their careers. This, for me, is even more significant because this is a guy that isn't young at all, has really had to claw his way up the levels of the football pyramid. He was playing in the second tier for Zaragoza, 4 years ago.
Was it top flight when he was 24?
Yeah. So this is it. He was playing, he's really gone up the levels, but he says himself that he's improved the whole way through. Every time he's got to a certain level, he's been able to make that leap up to the next stage. He's quick. He's physical. He's intense. I think he's got what you need for the Premier League. It's whether he's going to be able to be creative enough. But fullbacks are very important in a Xabi Alonso team. We've seen that at Bayer Leverkusen. We saw it with Frimpong. We saw it with Alex Grimaldo. And those two really went up a level or two under Xabi Alonso. So I'm really fascinated by how it'll turn out.
Mate, and I have to pull you up, right? Because I was doing Drive last week,
Yep.
right? And you come out, first show back,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
All guns blazing,
Yep.
right? Talking absolute guff. Right? You completely come, and I've gone, he's just thrown a grenade out there. Early doors, he's come back from holiday, and you said Chelsea are going to win the league. Up the Chelsea. Like, what are you on about, mate?
Dave,
what are you on about?
I'm telling you now, right? I know I never say this. Right?
No, I know you don't. You normally go 10 games.
I
10
never
games.
ever say that. I have gone early, obviously, and there is a lot that's got to play.
Story of your life.
I've gone really early, and there is a lot of caveats to this. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll name the caveats.
Go on.
Right, there's a lot of them.
There's no
But
caveats to it, mate.
Here's my reasoning. Okay, just hear me out. Here's my reasoning. We have a manager that knows how to win a major league. That is a big, big plus. We don't have, and so Maresca won the championship when anyone starts jumping down my throat, okay? I'm talking about a major league. There are only two managers that are going to win this Premier League that have already won a major league. That's Arteta last season and the Xabi Alonso who's won it. You look at Liverpool, right? Areola hasn't won anything. De Zerbi, Carrick, all of the big dogs, Maresca, all the big dogs that have gone in. There's a lot of change of managers. And I think that is a big plus. Another big plus. The amount of players that Chelsea have had rested this season that needed it, right? Levi Colwill didn't make the squad. Esteval, injured. Palmer didn't make the squad. João Pedro didn't make the squad. Morgan Rogers, the signing of it. There is something about this squad. We have got a damn good squad. A damn good squad. Then on top of all of this, he has to sort our discipline out. And I think that is something that a manager should be able to come in and say, right, we cannot continue to get red cards. We were a joke last season. It was embarrassing. That's another reason why I think we've seen Jordan Henderson come in, Danny Welbeck. I don't believe those red cards would have been as consistent last season with someone like Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson in the dressing room. I don't believe it, right? So these are little things that I think he can improve on. The big one for me, though, is one game a week. That is a cheat code. It's embarrassing we've got no Champions League football, no European football. We don't travel anywhere. We literally don't leave. I don't think we leave London like for the first 6 weeks or whatever it is. But those things put together, that's why I've gone a bit early, mate. I genuinely feel that Arsenal are the team. I'm not stupid.
How much are they the team to beat, though?
They're evens.
Are they like a long way ahead?
Well, they're evens. They're almost evens with most of the bookies. So and we saw yesterday. I know you can't really gauge too much from pre-season games, and that's what that is. But Arsenal are by clear for me the favourites, and the bookies will tell you all of that, right? I've just got a feeling about Chelsea. Now, I know every chance Arsenal win it again. I understand that. But I tell you, something about Chelsea I'm getting excited about, mate. And I never ever say it. So, There you go. The caveat is though, can we keep Lavia fit? Can we keep all of our players fit? Palmer
Enzo Fernandez don't even want to be there, mate.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. If he got to be, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that.
I do think you'll be all right. I think you've got a decent squad. I do. You've got some decent players. You've bought well, and I do think Alonso is the real deal.
Well, if he is the real,
to say you're going to win the league this season, I think it's just outrageous. Like, I really do. I think you're an idiot. But
well, then we'll see how things go, and Arsenal should win it. Arsenal, the most settled side.
You watched the game of the weekend, right? They look.
Yeah.
Like, they look comfortable. Right?
Yes,
I'm a bit worried about Man City. And I know people say, it's pre-season. Well, it's not. It's the Community Shield. That's a proper game. All right? And Man City were terrible. Terrible.
They stunk. They stunk from first whistle, and they weren't at it. And Arsenal were. And Arsenal, there is going to be a swagger about Arsenal. They have done it. They're all Premier League winners now, except for Bruno's coming in strength. They are the best side. They have the best manager. They are the best side, and they're champions. So for me to say Chelsea are going to win it, okay, we might finish second behind Arsenal because that's how it should be. But we will go. I genuinely feel we go close.
During today's session at Cobham, Alonso stepped up and produced a stunning direct corner kick goal, curling the ball straight into the net. For a manager who has spent his career known for his passing, vision and technical ability, this was another reminder that the former midfielder still has serious quality in his boots. But while the players enjoyed the moment, the bigger story is what is happening around this Chelsea squad as Alonso prepares for his first Premier League campaign. Chelsea have been extremely busy in the transfer market. The biggest statement has been Morgan Rogers, who arrived from Aston Villa for a British record £117 million. Rogers gives Alonso another explosive attacking player who can carry the ball, break defensive lines and operate alongside Cole Palmer. Then there is Maxence Lacroix, brought in to strengthen the defense. His pace, physicality and experience in a back three system could be particularly useful for Alonso, especially if Chelsea regularly use the three-at-the-back structure. Marco Palestra is another interesting addition. The Italian can provide width and energy from the wing-back position, giving Alonso another option when Chelsea need to attack from the flanks. Chelsea have also added experience with Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck. That is important because Chelsea's squad has been extremely young in recent seasons. Henderson brings leadership and experience in midfield, while Welbeck provides Premier League experience and another option in attack. And then there are players who are already part of the project but could become even more important under Alonso. Cole Palmer remains the creative heartbeat. Enzo Fernandez is expected to stay, despite the huge Manchester City saga. City failed to meet Chelsea's £120 million deadline, although reports suggest the possibility of late window activity cannot completely be dismissed. And that situation is particularly interesting because Chelsea are trying to build a team around Alonso's footballing ideas. At the same time, the club still has to reduce the size of the squad. Several players have uncertain futures, including Nicholas Jackson, Liam Delap, Axel Disasi, Benoit Badiashile, Mikhailo Mudryk and Pedro Neto, among others. Reports suggest Chelsea are still working through a long list of players whose futures need to be resolved before the transfer window closes. And this could have a huge impact on Alonso's squad. If several players leave, Alonso will have a smaller and potentially more balanced group to work with. That could mean fewer selection headaches, more opportunities for players to establish themselves and a clearer understanding of everyone's role. But if too many players remain, Chelsea could once again face the problem of having an enormous squad with several players competing for the same positions. And that is probably one of Alonso's biggest challenges. He doesn't simply need talented players. He needs the right combination of players. The early signs are certainly interesting. The new arrivals are bringing a mixture of youth, athleticism, creativity and experience, while Alonso is trying to impose his tactical identity on the group. And now, even the manager himself is getting involved in the action. That direct corner kick goal at Cobham may only be a training ground moment, but it perfectly captures the mood around Chelsea right now. A new manager. New signings. New tactical ideas. And a squad still undergoing major changes. The Premier League opener is almost here, and Chelsea fans are about to discover whether the Xabi Alonso revolution can turn all this potential into results. The work at Cobham continues, and Alonso clearly isn't just watching from the sidelines.